out. Uncompromised, uncompromised, uncompromised. We uncompromised, uncompromised. We uncompromised, uncompromised. And I got it. Look, what does it take for you to be great? Keep it 100, bro, you know the answer. Pursuing your purpose, creating profits, building legacy. Anything less, how could you even fathom? Just sit back and imagine all that can truly happen when you pursue your passions. Yeah. So eliminate distractions and get back to the action. That's the law of attraction. You gotta build a team to build a dream. Family, faith, and focus. Counsel can only build a king. Are you prepared to reign? Cause whether you weather the weather won't change. Whether you weather the weather, your weather won't change. Stay true to the vision. Stay true to the mission. Gotta get to the finish. Take a moment to listen. And come and see it through our eyes. We'll show you what it means to live uncompromised. We're uncompromised. 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 We're uncompromised. Uncompromised, uncompromised, we're uncompromising. Yeah, uncompromised, we're uncompromised, we're uncompromising. Yeah, uncompromised, uncompromised, you're uncompromising.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part two of our MBA series, Mentored by Adversity. Welcome to the Uncompromising Entrepreneur podcast, presented to you by the Legacy Leadership Learning Group. Again, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit, if you're constantly thinking about how to create value and build new businesses, or maybe you're trying to find innovative ways to replace old, outdated ones, again, we are here to talk to you. This is the show where we teach you what it takes to pursue purpose, create profits, and build legacy. I am Jimmy G. Gonzalez, Jimmy Gonzalez Jr., also known as Coach Jimmy G, along with my homeboy and my co-host, Devon Watts.
What's going on, entrepreneurs?
And again, this is part two of our MBA series, so we are back at it again with Curt the Connector. Curt, what is good?
What is happening? So excited to be back on the podcast. And I first have to say, listen, if anybody's out here listening and they haven't liked, shared, subscribed to the podcast, look, make your next decision your best decision. All right. You know, you got to, at some point, you got to make the move to master something. And some of that is doing what we're doing. Support is a verb, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to like, doesn't cost you anything to share, because it's not about you. It may be for the person that you shared it with. So don't be a hoarder. You know, we got enough hoarding movies. Don't be a hoarder. Share the information, like the information, save it, you know, come back to it. But I had to say that, you know, like this, you're looking. Yes, you looking right now. Like it. Share it.
Hit the button right now.
Hit the button right now. Do it.
Subscribe it.
There you go.
No, don't overthink it, because you're look. I see your finger. You're like, should I? Yes. I'm your conscience telling you yes.
Hit pause. Leave a review. Leave a comment. We appreciate that.
You heard it from the man's mouth.
What he's providing is a little bit of clarity on what you need to do right now and taking action. So if clarity is what you need, clarity is what he provides. Again, my man is a digital brand consultant specializing in creating strategies to build concrete branding and electrifying marketing, which is what we're going to be diving into heavy in this particular episode, part two. It is a growth mindset, right, that helps in business, especially because 20% of new businesses close within about the first 2 years, which is painful for me and Devon, which is why we do what we do. I'm sure, Curt, you feel the same way. There is a direct link to the ability for businesses to thrive and what they are connected to. So the ability to engage and provide value with deliberate marketing strategy to grow your company upwards of 40% within a month. These are the type of things that Curt helps entrepreneurs be able to do. Creators, entrepreneurs, small business owners. So again, we are very, very thankful and honored to have Curt back with us.
So am I. So
So let's dive right into it, man. When you talk about, in the first session, you mentioned the fact that one of the things you do obviously is to help, bring clarity. And when we first spoke, outside of the podcast itself, you mentioned that to me, like, hey man, if you're in a dark room and you're trying to figure out where to go, I'm the one who helps to flip that light switch on for you.
Right.
And for me, and you talked about this again in the first episode, is also helping to connect the dots and connecting people with others that are going to help them to get to where they're going. Right. But that branding piece and making that concrete, again, I just want to give the floor to you and just allow you to really break that down for not just for Dunval and myself, but of course, all of our uncompromising entrepreneurs that are out there listening and watching.
Yeah. So, this is going to be the time that you want to grab a notebook and sit down and take some notes, because this is going to be real surgical, real scientific with what we're doing. So you want to capture the step by step. Again, so when we're talking about branding, especially, branding is what I say about myself. Marketing is how I get other people to say what I want them, or what I want them to say about me, and what they say back about the brand. When you talk about a powerful brand, right now we can do a test. If I say coffee, what are you going to say?
Starbucks or Bustelo.
Yeah. You're going to say Starbucks. You may even say Dunkin'.
Yeah.
When I say soda, depending on what part of the world, soda, pop, what are you most likely going to say?
Coke.
Coke. Some people may say Pepsi,
Those poor people.
Yeah, if I say fast food restaurant, what are you going to say?
McDonald's.
Mickey D's.
Mickey D's. If I say chicken sandwiches, or if I say great fast food experience, what are you going to say?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
It's not Chick-fil-A. It's not about the chicken. It's about the experience. It's not about fast. When we say fast food, you immediately think most times McDonald's. Why? Because they've branded themselves as fast food restaurants. When we say soda, pop, you think of Coca-Cola because they branded themselves. They're leading in that category. When you think of coffee, Starbucks has branded themselves. Now, the way that you keep brands going is how you market. What is your marketing? Now, the problem is a lot of times what I see is people spend more money in publications instead of spending more focus on branding, looking at what is working, what isn't working, then saying, let's put some money into marketing what our brand stands for. Because your brand talks about you in rooms you never enter. I looked at Starbucks. I studied Starbucks a little bit. Starbucks misspells your name on purpose. They do it on purpose. The reason being because when people are like taking a picture or in a room saying they misspelled my name, you're seeing the Starbucks cup. You're seeing them post that, and then they're taking that and saying, misspell. Oh, totally our fault for misspelling your name. Well, you just put that Starbucks picture out there. You just talked to somebody about that. You just asked a question. You think they mean to misspell our names? Oh, yeah, they do that on purpose. Okay, what are they doing? They're constantly getting you to market them. The reason why Coca-Cola pays for athletes and certain things is because when you come on, you sit that Coca-Cola bottle right there and people see the Coca-Cola bottle over and over. Again, going back to what we said before, people are thirsty. People are thirsty, and what do they want? They don't want water. They want Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola has dominated the moment of I am thirsty and want something to drink. You get Coca-Cola. So they've branded themselves. Now, we can get all into colors and all that. That's cool. But your brand is what you represent day in and day out. What do you want people to feel? How you get them to feel it is how you market. Marketing is what you do every day, getting people to become unpaid employees. That is what your ultimate goal is. That's why Apple and Android are what they are, because they've done a masterful job of creating us to become their own unpaid marketing team. Every time you go in a room and take a great picture and somebody says, oh, what camera is that? Or what phone are you using? I'm using an Apple. It's so seamless. It was easy to be created. Now, they've branded themselves, but they haven't branded themselves as a phone company. They've branded themselves on simplicity, being able to plug and play, see everything across every device. Easy for somebody to sit down, pull it out of the box, get started. The Apple picture, they went through the branding, but now you know that Apple half cut, 3/4 Apple cut out because they've branded it. You see it every place. You talk about it in a room. You go in and from the back, the cameras, the front, what's going on, even to the point of if you're in a group text. People like, oh, you got an Android. Well, how do you know that? Oh, because you know what? Everybody else has a green box. You don't. Mm-hmm. And then what happens? People start marketing it. When are you going to get an Apple? I can't send you this picture. Why can't I airdrop this to you? Why can't I send this to you directly? If you had an Apple, we could do this, this, and this. Well, Android does the exact same. They do the flip. Oh, well, you can't, if you want to be locked down and you don't want the functionality to have the freedom of your own phone and you want to, you want all this obscurity and all these lockdown features, then stay over there, Apple. We like Android. It's open. We get all these nice, cool gadgets and we get the front facing things and all the things on the front and we can root it and all that. They've branded themselves. So when an entrepreneur, when you're thinking about branding, it's really sitting down and say, what am I wanting to say? And not that I want to be a phone company. I want to create an experience with cellular or IT devices that integrate families, that communicate across all families. You can talk to your kid, you can talk to your grandmother, and it's easy. Apple has made it easy for you to send a phone, a laptop to your grandmother. They turn it on, connect to Wi-Fi, and now they can see their grandbabies. They've helped branded that. Now, how do they market? They market it by you putting it out there. What does it look like? What are people saying about it? Rolling out marketing, moments. I like to use this. All of us as entrepreneurs should think of our product as Friday night videos. And the reason why I say that, think about when Friday night videos first started marketing on Monday. They would drop it on Monday. Why? Because every kid would talk about the Thriller video that's getting ready to come out. We started talking about it on Monday. They dropped it at the end of Friday night videos. You want to tune in next Friday, special announcement, Michael Jackson's newest video coming out. Oh, we got to school on Monday. Well, hey man, did you see Friday night video? Were you lucky to stay up, man? My parents let me stay up that time and I saw this video. Michael Jackson got a new video. So by the time Friday came, you were anxious to sit down and watch it. But here's the science to it. You knew what time, you knew what channel, you knew what you was getting ready to watch. So I would ask an entrepreneur, do the people in your community know your product, when it's going to drop, what it provides, and have you given them a reason to talk about it? If you haven't given them a reason to talk about it, you haven't done a good job of branding. Branding it lets people know, hey, this is the brand. This is what it stands for. This is what it helps and why it helps. Marketing it makes sure that people can talk about it and repeat it when you are not around. So when you're thinking of your brand should be every day. As you've heard and people said this, brands don't need breaks. People do. Coca-Cola's not taking a break. The people that work for Coca-Cola go home. But I've never seen Coca-Cola shut down because it's like, oh, we've branded all we can brand today, so we need to shut down branding. No. So when people are saying, well, how do I brand myself? First, figure out, why do you exist? That's the first thing as a brand. Why do you exist? And then you got to figure out, you're not perfect for everyone, but for the right person, you're perfect. So when a brand is, I want to be the right person, I want to be the right product for the right person. Do I want to be that product for families to be able to communicate to their kids, to their parents, to their grandparents? Yes. Okay. Now, how do I do that? That's where, okay, you go into it, you figure out the colors and what it looks like and what it talks about. And then, like, how are we going to market it? Well, we're going to market it. We're going to full out market it. You're going to see kids with it all the time. You're going to see kids taking pictures with it. Hey, give it to a kid. Hey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to sit down right here on the curb, take a pic, sit down. Tell me what you think about the phone. Now they're using the phone, grab a picture. Then say, hey, what did you think about the phone? This is the key. Listen to what they say, but don't listen to it like, I want them to sing my praises. Listen to why they didn't like it. Mm-hmm. When you figure that out, now you figured out the gap. Okay, you know what? Listen, I know my product does a couple things good, but what is something that I don't know that somebody's honestly going to tell me, I liked your product, but, okay, what's that but? Well, the home button was really hard for me to figure out. Every time I pressed it, it did these things. Hey team, we need to figure out that home button. We need to make it where people, because that's where people are going to press all the time. We need to make it real seamless, quick reacting. Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, get rid of it. Now people can brand, you can brand that because you can tell people, hey, no more home button. Now market it, let people use it, see people with it, give a couple items out, get the feedback. I like to tell people, hey, if you got a t-shirt, give it to 5 people and say, listen, I want to do a photo shoot with you. And then I'm going to provide you the pictures. Because why? People want to be superheroes. Yep. People want to be the superhero in the movie. If you give them the shirt, do the photo, the professional photo. Hey, I want to take a picture of you. I want to give you professional photos for your social media, for your LinkedIn, for your resume. All I ask is you put this shirt on, and then we're going to take these pictures and then put it out and tag me in it. Why are you doing that? Because somebody else is going to see that picture that you cannot get to. You can't be everywhere. Mm-hmm. So in branding, it's like, what do I want to say? In marketing, this is how I want people to say it, and say it over and over and over. I want to go from 1 to 3 to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. I just want to keep putting it out there, knowing that if you cast enough, at some point you'll catch a fish.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so that is branding and marketing. Branding is, okay, this is who I am. This is what I say about myself. Marketing is, this is what people think and what people say about you back.
Got you. So kind of on that point, because I appreciate you breaking it down from that perspective, because I do think that they get conflated a lot, especially with entrepreneurs. You think that branding is, again, marketing, like how do I get people to say these things about me? And really, it's about what you represent, like you highlighted. So what do you say to the entrepreneur that's listening to this right now, and they've been struck with that epiphany, like, man, all right, I got this whole thing wrong, and I don't even know what I represent. So, like, how do I go through the process of identifying that or getting clarity around what I represent first, since that's where it seems to start?
Well, the easiest way is to reach out to me. That's the easiest way. The first one is, hey, when you're ready to invest in you, I'm ready to invest in you. Reach out to me. Let's give some clarity. But if it's not me, find someone. Find someone that can give you some clarity on what you represent. Now, everyone is not gifted in that. And listen to what I said. That is a gift. Some people can tell you some things, but you're looking for that person who has a gift in clarifying your message, meaning they can sit down and ask them, how can you help me clarify my message? Listen to some things that they say. One, I realize that we need to figure out what you represent. 2, we need to figure out why you're doing what you're doing. And then we need to figure out how you're going to do that. You never heard me say it's about me. You heard me say it's about you. Now, that's my creed as a person helping with clarity. I'm really looking to become who you are and be a mirror to shine it back to you. Is this what you're saying to me? Are you telling me that you want to be in real estate? Okay. Why should somebody listen to you? What do you know about real estate? Tell me 3 things you can educate, inspire, and teach about real estate. If you can't do that, that's 2 things. 1, okay, go back, get some more education. 2, you're in the wrong field. Let's figure out what you're really gifted in doing. Okay, so 1, clarification. So getting that clarity. Once you get that clarity, what's the roadmap? What is the step-by-step where you're going to go? Because it's not the destination. It's the process in the journey to get there. And so let's brand you as this. You know, again, let's niche down and focus. A lot of times people are all, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to talk to everyone. No, you don't. Success is I'm narrowing down who I'm talking to and what I'm doing. Because if you're everywhere, you're nowhere.
Yep.
Hey, I'm going to be right here talking to these people over and over. And I'm nurturing my current people, but looking to capture new people.
Yep.
But I'm always going to pour back into my old people to keep going out and talking about me to new people. I'm going to give some things out. I'm going to know some things about them. I'm going to make some phone calls and know that, you know, Jimmy has some family, you know, up in Pennsylvania that may like, you know, drinking Corona, you know. So what I will do is say, hey, Jimmy, I remember last time you told me you're getting ready to head up to the Poconos, right? You're heading up to Pennsylvania. Yep. Hey, you told me that, you know, one of your family members like drinking Corona. Hey, here's some Corona for the trip. Share it with your family, right? That's marketing. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some information on the side of that that represents me. You see what I'm saying? So when you get there and you sit it down, you be like, Jimmy, you drink Corona? No, my man Curt gave me because we was talking and he knew that, you know what, you like drinking Corona, so he gave me. Really? He did that? Why did he do that? He just paid attention. We rock like that. Oh, okay. Is this him? Is that? Yep. Oh, okay. Jimmy came up, brought some Corona. It was so cool. Man, Curt, you know, I've never met him, but he gave this out. Appreciate you. Boom. Now what have I done? I've put myself in front of people that I don't know, but yet they're marketing for me because somebody's going to see it.
Yep.
Too many times it's like, oh, I I want people to see it because she has a community that I'm not able to get in the door to. But by putting it out there, front facing, someone may, oh, that is great. Who is that? Hey, Jimmy, who is that? This is who it is. This is information. Hey, I connected to you through Jimmy's family. This is this. Yep, that's me. Hey, Jimmy, man, thank you for that. Appreciate that. But that was a life cycle of nurturing.
Yep.
Because Jimmy marketed for me, but I didn't take it for granted. So I remember that, and I put in my system, hey, Jimmy, appreciate that, man, for looking out. I'm going to give something else back to Jimmy. I may send Jimmy some weight straps. Jimmy, I know that you like lifting weights. Boom, here's some weight straps. Bow, right there. Hey, Jimmy, you got them new weight straps? Yeah, my man Curt. For real? Who's this dude, man? Who's this dude, Curt, that did that? Oh, man, this is him. He helps do clarity. He helps brand. Matter of fact, you know, we was talking about rebranding the gym. Let me hit Curt up.
Just like that.
Hey, Curt, do you do consultation? Yep, sure do. Hey, we're here at the gym looking to rebrand ourselves, looking to, you know, Jimmy's one of our people in the gym. He spoke highly of you. Could you come down, get on the phone? Sure could. What is the purpose of the gym? What are you looking to do? Who is your community and where are you looking to go? Where do you want to go in the next 6 months to a year? Okay, this is where you want to go. This is how we're going to get there. Now, where you want to go in 5 years? Let's not think about the number. Let's think about the impact and the experience. Okay, let's brand that, and we're going to repeat it over and over. Now I need people marketing. I need you taking pictures with people. I need you out there talking to people. Give away a t-shirt. Keep a t-shirt in the trunk. See somebody. Hey, you know what? I love that t-shirt. You want it? You going to give me? Yep, right now.
Boom.
Boom.
There it is.
So we talked about, obviously making sure that your skill set and your passions are matching up, finding your purpose, making sure that purpose is connected to your spirit, to your heart, and then to your mouth, so that you can communicate that message and connect to that specific audience, that target, that niche that you're looking to connect with. I love what you were just saying, especially about the photos and mentioning that a few times. So kind of tactfully, right now that I have a good understanding of my brand and what I'm trying to bring and who I'm trying to serve, you and I connected on the social media platform of Instagram. How would somebody use a tool like that, which from my perspective, I mean, you're pretty masterful on that platform, and I'm still learning more from you every day. How would I start using a tool like that to start creating some of those experiences and some of those moments that you just expressed, using a tool like that now that I have my branding together?
So that part is, you got to realize it's either a weapon or a weakness. So if it's going to be a weapon, you got to treat it like a business. Too many people treat it like it's fun. No, this is a business. Now, I can tell you all day theory, post every day, post 3 times a day, all that. First of all, you got to show up. Nobody knows you, and you're going to hear this all. You hear people, and if nobody knows you, they can't flow you. They can't give you anything. But that is the last thing you're worried about. You're worried about people knowing you, people starting to like you, and then people starting to trust you. So you have to build from the space of, this is a business. This is a weapon that I'm wielding. Now, how do I wield that? Go to a blacksmith and get it sharp first, And if that's not you, here's the other thing I want to say. It doesn't have to be you. If you got somebody, I'm going to use the gym again. If you got somebody in the gym that loves the gym, talks about the gym, is repping the gym, that is your person. That's who you utilize, because that person has the energy and passion to help market the gym. Let me give what I want. Let them execute it. Takes a little maturity, but hey, I know what I want. Execute it. Okay. So when you're saying looking at it as a weapon, first things first, people got to know you. Do an introduction video. Hey, this is who I am. This is where we stand, what I stand for. This is the vision. This is the mantra. And you got to say it at least 3 times. I say that because in speeches, people remember the first thing and the last thing. Everything in the middle gets muddled. People remember the first thing and what you wrap up. But if you say it 3 times, I'm going to tell you first, I'm going to tell you in the middle, and then when I wrap up, I'm going to do all 3 all over again. Okay, so it's a weapon. So when you come on, this is who I am. This is what we stand for. People say, well, I don't know what I stand for. You stand for, hey, I'm here to give, serve. I'm looking to help. I want to build. I want to connect. Just that. If you just say that. And so from that post, then everything that you do reinforces that. I like to say, too, if you feel like you don't have enough to talk about, you don't know enough. But going back to making it a weapon, okay, my first thing is an introduction video. Who am I? What do I stand for? Then looking at, does your content match what's in your bio? If your bio says, hey, I love taking vacations, and everything I see is talking about real estate, nope. If you says, I love taking vacations, and I see Cabo, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dubai, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Australia, okay, like, oh, okay, this person can help me with vacations and traveling because I see all these foreign places. Oh, by the way, I went to Florida discovered this spot. Georgia, discovered this spot. Texas, discovered this spot. Idaho, discovered this spot. This person seems to be a traveling expert. I'm going to reach out to them and just ask. So does your content match your bio? It should reinforce. If you look and people are scrolling, the first thing they see is the bio. The next thing they're going to see is the first 6 grids of your content. If those 6 grids don't reinforce what's in your bio, people are going to keep scrolling. They're going to keep scrolling. You have 7 seconds, the max 10 to catch somebody's attention. So first, introduction video. Next, this is how I can help you. This is what I can do. Do you have this problem? I have this solution. And why can I tell you that? Because I was at this spot. Those should be your first 3 posts. Who am I? Introduction. I know you need this. This is how I can give it to you. And then again, I'm going to educate you on what you need. I'm going to inspire you on what you need. And then I might entertain you, or I may, again, educate, entertain you on what you need. And I'm going to keep doing that. Again, introvert, extrovert, it doesn't matter. Whether you want to be in front of the camera, you don't, we can get down deeper into that. But those are kind of the buckets that you need to be talking from. And then at some point, highlight somebody else. People need to see themselves in what they're getting ready to purchase. I don't want to hear anybody say there's no money out here. Jeff Bezos made more money during the pandemic than he did going into it. Elon Musk made $96 billion during the pandemic. He became number one richest man in the world during the pandemic. There's money out here. It's just people are more conscious of who they're giving their dollar to. You got to give people a reason now. You know, you got to give people a desire to spend the money. But too many of us worry about micro people instead of thinking about the macro people. The micro people, the as we said, Jimmy, the sophisticated shopper, don't worry about them. Those are people you're not going to win over anyway. Worry about the general shopper, the person that's going to show up and say, you know what? I didn't even know I needed weightlifting gloves.
Right.
But because I saw Jimmy snatch 235, I think I need to buy some.
Yep.
I'm going to give Jimmy those gloves. I'm going to ask Jimmy, I need you to lift weights in those gloves. Jimmy, I want to know how you feel in those gloves. Did you feel like they was good on the wrist? Did you feel like they gave you enough padding on your knuckles? Did you feel like on the palm that they gripped well enough? Okay, you know what, Jimmy? For your time, here's an extra pair. Here's the marketing. A lot of times companies just want to give something and say, hey, give this away. No. I want to be scientific. Jimmy, give these to someone who will work the way you work. Because Jimmy knows the right person. And if I'm working with Jimmy, I want another Jimmy.
Right.
So Jimmy's going to specifically find someone that's going to utilize the gloves and that's going to value the gloves and is going to be thankful for the gloves. So I'm not just going to give the gloves to Jimmy and say, hey, give them to a kid. Nope. Jimmy, I want you to give these to someone that has the same work ethic, desire to improve their body and make the transformation that you did. But listen what I said. Jimmy, I noticed your transformation. I know you work hard. That's I appreciate that.
Right. That acknowledgement.
I appreciate that. I acknowledge that. So that's the thing. First, again, make an introduction video. You should do an introduction video about every 90 to 120 days because you should have new people that don't know the old you. So about 90 days to 120, which is 3 to 4 months. Hey, for everybody that's new, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I provide. Please let people know that if you run across someone that needs clarity, send them to me.
Yeah, what I like about this too is I had recently, like I was sharing this with our community on Facebook and Twitter, and we talked about this, like first and foremost, finding your community, finding your tribe, finding your community, and just engaging with conversations. And that's how you connect with people and you get more exposure to your brand and the whole nine. And I ran across this Twitter thread where somebody was saying, nowadays as an entrepreneur, it's so difficult because now you have to also think about content creation. And for a lot of us, we just want to focus on the business, like the operational aspect of it. But now we feel this pressure to think about creative ways to engage and promote and brand and all this stuff. And I kind of touched on, just in response to that, I said, well, one, where's that pressure coming from? Because it's not coming from the client. It's really coming from you as an entrepreneur realizing that content creation is the new SEO. It's the new way that you appear on the shelves for people. And then we also, I also made the comment around don't overcomplicate this, like make it a conversation. So the things that you're calling out now around, really giving people nuggets and some keys on like, hey, here's a basic structure for your content in the social media space to make it impactful, right? Educating, introduction video, speaking to exactly what you serve or what service you can provide, highlighting other individuals is a really, really powerful framework that hopefully our entrepreneurs are picking up on and they're taking to heart, and you're starting to analyze your own activity on social media, and to your point, really treating it like a business. Because I do think, for some of us, with making that transition from 9 to 5 or flirting with entrepreneurship to really being full-fledged, we continue to use these tools and these resources in the exact same way that we used them before. And kind of going back to weaponizing it, like you mentioned, weaponizing it, right? You wouldn't treat a sword, you wouldn't treat Excalibur the same way you use a Swiss Army knife. Right. Like a Swiss Army knife, something to play with. You can give it a little toy, or kids, you put it on your keychain. Maybe use it to, clip your fingernails or pop open a bottle of soda. But you're not going to take something as, wielding and as powerful as Excalibur and use that to open up soda cans. Like, nah, bro, like this is a weapon now. You got to treat it different. You have a different intent, a different focus, a different level of sharpening or attention to detail and sharpening in how you wield that weapon. And so I think those things that you broke down were like super, super powerful and impactful. And hopefully our entrepreneurs that are listening out there just been taking notes diligently. You should be on like page 5, 6, 7 by now of just note taking based off of everything that
I've been
Curt's
taking
been
notes too. Absolutely. I got my pen out. So now we definitely appreciate that. One more time, for our listeners, the difference between branding and marketing in 60 seconds. Curt, so give it to me.
Branding is what you say about yourself. Marketing is what other people say about you.
Perfect. So for our uncompromising entrepreneurs out there, again, hopefully you were taking notes. And if you didn't, the good thing is you can hit pause, you can go back, rewind, listen to it again, watch it again, and make sure you get all of the golden nuggets that Curt was dropping for us. Man, again, we are just so appreciative and thankful for you taking the time, man, to speak with us. Again, it's always one thing that we truly learn about this MBA series is while Devon and I are educators and entertainers, we call it edutainment. Right. We're still learners too, and we love being able to do these MBA series and have other entrepreneurs come on so that we can continue to learn. Yeah, we want you to teach our listeners and our viewers, but there's so much that we learn and that we get out of this as we continue to build connections with some awesome people like yourself. So again, we sincerely appreciate you being here with us. Again, to all of our uncompromising entrepreneurs, if I could get that right, I'd be really, really good. Talking about branding. Uncompromising entrepreneurs, man, you can find Curt online, again, all social media platforms at Curt the Connector. If you want to reach out to him, obviously you can DM him on Instagram, but you could also email him at Curt the Connector at gmail.com. And definitely check him out. If there's additional information that you want to be able to receive and additional help in finding that clarity, please reach out to my man. He talked about going deeper, with your niche and with your branding, deeper than the brand and the Replay Squad. Him and Nikki Saunders is another place where I really begin to connect more with Curt. So that's another community that you can be a part of, that Curt is definitely instrumental in there, in curating, in managing, and being a part and being a leader within that community, and helping all of us, not just with the book clubs, but again, providing tips on a daily basis that's going to help us continue to get better at our branding, and then the marketing piece, so that other people are talking about our purpose and who we are here to serve. So again, thank you so much to our listeners and our viewers for just taking this ride with us. Please show some love. Curt mentioned it at the beginning. It really doesn't cost you that much, right? Leave a comment, like and share the podcast itself. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and leave us a comment there. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to reach out to us, connect with us on Facebook, again, especially for our men's out there, at the Uncompromising Entrepreneurs group. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course YouTube at the Uncompromising Entrepreneur podcast. I think this was just a fire first installment of our MBA Mentored by Adversity series, but we got more coming for you. So please pay close attention to the next episode that's going to be dropping, where Devon and I are going to be breaking down 4 time management techniques for entrepreneur success that you are not going to want to miss. So until next time, y'all, again, God bless. Stay encouraged. You have just listened to the Uncompromising Entrepreneur podcast, hosted by Jimmy Gonzalez and Devon Watts. Thank you, and we hope that you pursue your passion, create profits, and build a legacy. Until next time, y'all.